There isn't really much to react to in this episode because I already know what happens. Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you've just watched my new intro. Soon you're gonna watch my new outro, but right now you're watching my review for Naruto Shippuden episode 341. And, this one I thought was cool. I mean, I know what happens already, so even though a lot of stuff happened, I wasn't really that into it. But it starts off with Jugo examining Anko. We learn that she is actually alive, which is good because unfortunately, she's one of my favorite female characters in Naruto, which is unfortunate. But after that, Sasuke ends up learning about Madara still being around. So not all the other tenseis were taken out. In reality, he's the only one, but Sasuke doesn't really know that. And he also sees the scroll that Suigetsu found. And after he looks at it, he decides, now I'm going to go to Orochimaru. And that's when he starts staring at Anko's curse mark. So he was talking about an all-knowing person as well. So hints to the people that they're going to go see. But at this point, he's trying to convince Sasuke not to bring Orochimaru back, saying all this stuff like, dude, when you bring him back, he's just going to try and take over your body again, do all this crap. He might force us to fight in the war once he hears about it because he wants to destroy the Leaf and all this stuff. And none of it works. None of it. Sasuke ends up telling Jugo to go get a piece of Gabudu's flesh, which he does. And he actually mentions that his cursed seal is called a sage transformation in his tribe, clan. And only when other people get it is it called a curse mark transformation. So that's foreshadowing for some future events. But at this point, what he pretty much does, he puts the Kabuto's flesh on Anko, and it kind of just spreads out and stuff. Like he has a life of its own. And Sasuke remembers back to what Kakashi did back in the Chunin exams, where he sealed his curse mark. And Sasuke does the opposite of it to unseal the curse mark. And when he does that, the snake comes out of Anko's neck, and Orochimaru comes out from the snake. And we saw this back with Sasuke's fight with Itachi. Orochimaru coming out of the curse mark, so we mirrored the curse mark. So we know that this is possible. It's just that I know when this chapter came out in the manga, most people were saying how stupid it was and how it didn't make sense, when in reality it does. And we've seen it happen before. So people tend to forget that. But yeah, Orochimaru gets revived, and to everyone's surprised, he says he's not interested in the war. And and instead he's interested in Sasuke's young body. But after that, Sasuke just starts talking about stuff he said before, back after Itachi left. And he says he wants to finally answer all these questions that he has. And Orochimaru decides to help him out. And he walks over to Kabuto. He takes his chakra back, and he undoes Kabuto's Sage mode, which I don't know what Kabuto is going to be like now. He doesn't have Orochimaru's chakra anymore, so I don't know if that means that he can't use Sage mode anymore. He still should have everyone else's chakra, I think, like Kimimaru and the others in the Sound Ninja 4. I think it's they always said Orochimaru took back his chakra, so Kabuto still should be pretty OP. Even if he can't have giant heads come out of his stomach. Oh, you still can have heads come out of his stomach, just not long snake-like heads. But all of that group decides to leave and go to some place that Sasuke is familiar with, as Orochimaru says. And that's it for that scene. And the rest of the episode is pretty much just focused on Tobi, the Ghetto Mazo, Naruto, and everyone else there. And it's explained how Tobi got the 8 Tails and 9 Tails chakra. We knew that already, especially since I explained it last week. But we already knew that. But now they figure it out. And after that, Toby, it's actually kind of interesting. Toby starts talking about how it's like the way he's talking, it's like he knows Guy and Kakashi. And so I guess those are hints to what his identity might be. But then they start talking in this episode about how they're going to take his mask off. So the reveal of Toby's identity is going to be coming soon. You can tell. This fight is when it's going to happen. But before that, Kurama talks about the Ten Tails because they know that Toby's trying to revive the Ten Tails and how the Gedomazo is in fact transforming into the Ten Tails because it is the Ten Tails' shell and it has the chakra of all nine-tailed beasts. And he's talking about these legends and everything, saying how like the Ten Tails drank oceans and it split the earth and it hoisted up mountains and it's the progenitor of all life and he created the world and all this stuff. He's just hyping up the Ten Tails. And Toby does it too, actually. And he even says that for his goal, the Ten Tails doesn't need to be complete. So he starts talking about his goals. Now he's going to reach them and everything. And, you know, Naruto being the shonen lead, he just has to do the same thing. So he starts talking about his dreams and everything too. And the episode ends with Naruto going into either chakra mode or QB mode. Not really sure. I couldn't tell if he had the collar or not. But he enters one of those modes, forms Rasengan, and heads towards the Gedomazo. I can guarantee you that that attack is not going to work. That should be pretty clear. Just from watching it, that small Rasengan against that huge Gedomazo, that's not going to be crap. Alright? I'll be surprised if Toby even lets him hit it. Oh, who cares? Even if he hits it, it's not going to do anything, so whatever. But that's how the episode ends. And while I wasn't really excited for the episode, about while watching this episode because I already knew what happened and all. This episode was mostly just information and reveals. And since I already knew what happened and I already knew what to expect, I just wasn't as excited about it. But still, it was a good episode because the things that were revealed were important, especially when it comes to Orochimaru in that part of the episode. But oh yeah, by the way, we got a brief clip of Mater in this episode too. But that's yeah. But overall, I'll give the episode an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. You know, I won't let my lack of excitement due to reading the manga affect the rating. I'll just say it was a good episode and give it an 8 out of 10. But that's really it, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.